when I was your age, I didn't know what I wanted to do. Went to school for law and security, and for many years I worked in a corporate environment. And then, the pandemic in 2020, things changed, and I decided later in life I wanted to switch careers. And how all this started was I started volunteering with a local pro basketball team. They needed a cameraman one night, and I said, okay, I'll help out. I've never done camera work before. And when I started doing the camera work, I really liked it. And then at the end of the game, they actually paid me for my work. And then it led to me going to Rogers TV. And for a couple years there, I did camera work for them. And then during the pandemic, I decided I was going to start up my own podcast show. And I had people snickering, non-believers and skeptics. And I just decided I was going to do this. And when I first started, it wasn't very good, but I had a friend from TSN that kept watching me and kept believing in me, and I kept working at it. And then all of a sudden, 6 months later, I started getting guests on, actors, comedians, and I've been doing this now for over 5 years, 550 episodes, and it's led to me doing some media work for the Toronto Argonauts, of the Canadian Football League, the Buffalo Bisons, Toronto Blue Jays farm team, the Buffalo Bandits, and last year I was even covering the NFL draft. Basically, I self-taught myself into a new career, and what I wanted to talk to you guys about is education in the classroom is super important, but even when you're out of school, whatever you do in life, always keep learning. And I'm self-taught, and I love doing what I'm doing. I found my passion, and I can't believe I'm actually speaking to you guys, because when I was your age, I was the last guy every time in the classroom to go up in front of the classroom. But I've reinvented myself over the years, and what I wanted to tell you guys is it's hard to know what you want to do when you're in high school, and I can relate to you guys, but you don't have to pick one career and that's it. I'm a late bloomer into the radio media industry, and I've even had my show on a radio station in Georgia for 2 years, and I've learned how to do a lot of things. I'm a radio host, producer, content creator. I've learned how to edit video. And the biggest thing is I've learned how to communicate with everyone. And when I do go on my talk shows, my shows are all about the guests. So whatever you do in any career, not just what I'm doing, listening is just as important as talking as well. And I just love what I'm doing. I love talking to players and coaches, fans, and talking in front of you guys as well. And I've had a lot of people believe in me, but I've also had a lot of skeptics, naysayers, and non-believers. So besides having a strong passion, you also have to have a strong mindset and a willpower. And sometimes things aren't going to go your way. Sometimes people tell you no or not interested. You know what? You don't use that as a rejection. You use that as a temporary setback. I don't use the word failure. Temporary setbacks happen, and the only way you learn is from mistakes. And I've made mistakes on air too. And the only way you get better at any career is you just gotta keep learning from your mistakes, and it's okay to make mistakes. And I just love what I'm doing, and I've been very lucky to get a lot of opportunities, like from the sports teams, and I just love doing it. And last year, covering the NFL draft, I was there with all the big media, and just like I said, this is something I want to do. I'm just talking to you guys from my heart, and you guys, like I said, at your age, it's tough to know what you want to do, but just find your passion and just have a strong mindset, and just enjoy what you do, and don't stop learning. Whatever you guys do in life, always keep learning and getting better and improving and stuff like that too. So I just want to say thank you, Deb. Thank you for bringing me out here. I'm not a professional speaker by any means. I'm just speaking from the heart. Be yourself. That's another thing I've learned too. On camera or off camera, just be yourself. And I think you'll get more people respect your work and like your work just being authentic. So one of my favorite guests that I've had on my show, the Philly Fanatic. If you guys know baseball, he's a famous mascot for the Philadelphia Phillies, and he came on my show. And Dan Schumann came on from the Blue Jays, and I just reach out to people, and 90% of the time they say yes, sometimes no, but. And one thing before I wrap this up too, guys, I'm old school. When you give your word, always try to keep your word, because to me, I'm old school. I always find keeping my word is huge nowadays, so. But, guys, I ramble on. I want to say thank you so much for this opportunity, and I just want to wish you guys good